Okay, I'm gonna talk about Socratic method. The content is what is Socratic method, critical thinking of Socratic method, presuppositions, and classical Greek. What is Socratic method? The Socratic method, named after the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates, is a method of inquiry and discussion that aims to stimulate critical thinking and uncover deeper understanding by questioning assumptions, examining ideas, and challenging preconceived notions. It involves engaging in a dialogue where one person asks a series of questions to encourage the other person to think critically and arrive at their own conclusions. The Socratic method is characterized by its focus on open-ended questions that promote self-reflection and critical examination of one's beliefs. The goal is not to provide direct answers, but to guide the respondent towards discovering knowledge and understanding through their own reasoning and analysis. The Socratic questioner may employ various types of questions, such as clarifying questions, and these questions seek to clarify the meaning of a statement or concept under discussion. For example, what do you mean by justice? Or could you explain further what you mean by that? Another type is probing questions. These types encourage deeper exploration of an idea or argument, and they challenge assumptions, ask for evidence or examples, and explore the implications of a particular viewpoint. For example, what led you to that conclusion? Or can you provide an example that supports your claim? Hypothetical questions. These questions present hypothetical scenarios to examine the consistency or logical consequence of a belief or argument. They challenge the respondent to consider alternative perspectives. For example, if your position were taken to the extreme, what will be the implications, or what will happen if we approach this problem from a different angle? Counter-examples. The Socratic questioner may also present counter-examples or contradictory evidence to challenge the respondent's assertions or beliefs. This helps in exploring the limits of an argument and encouraging critical thinking. The Socratic method encourages active participation, critical thinking, and self-examination. It seeks to uncover knowledge and understanding by engaging in a thoughtful and explorative dialogue, rather than simply asserting or accepting predetermined answers. Now I'm going to talk about critical thinking. Okay, the critical thinking and the Socratic method are closely related, since the Socratic method is a tool used to encourage and develop critical thinking in people. Critical thinking involves reflectively analyzing, evaluating, and questioning ideas, arguments, and assumptions, while the Socratic method is a dialogue approach in which proving questions are asked to explore a person's beliefs, knowledge, and logic. The Socratic method is based on the idea that knowledge is not simply passed on from teacher to student, but is discovered through questioning and inquiry. Socrates believed that asking carefully formulated questions could reveal contradictions or inconsistencies in a person's thinking, allowing them to correct and deepen their understanding. Critical thinking in the context of Socratic method involves the ability to ask pertinent questions, carefully analyze the arguments presented, evaluate the evidence provided, and come to reasoned conclusions. In addition, it implies a willingness to question one's own assumptions and prejudices, as well as those others. The Socratic method and critical thinking promote an attitude of openness and intellectual humility, since they recognize that knowledge is a continuous process of rigorous search and examination. By encouraging active exploration and deep questioning, the Socratic method and critical thinking help develop analytical, logical, and problem-solving skills. In summary, the critical thinking of the Socratic method involves the use of questions and reflective dialogue to challenge assumptions, evaluate arguments, and reach conclusions based on a careful evaluation of the evidence. Both practices complement and reinforce each other, facilitating a greater understanding and the search for the truth. About the presuppositions, the Socratic method is based on a number of fundamental assumptions that are important to its operation and effectiveness, and these assumptions include the belief in the importance of the dialogue. The Socratic method is based on the idea that dialogue and conversation are essential for the discovery of knowledge. Socrates believed that the exchange of ideas through open dialogue and mutual questioning allowed people to come to a greater understanding. The belief in the search for the truth. The Socratic method presupposed that the truth is something that can be discovered and that is valuable for understanding and personal improvement. Socrates believed that in the importance of seeking the truth beyond superficial opinions and beliefs, that this search will lead to greater wisdom and knowledge. The belief in the critical examination of beliefs and assumptions. The Socratic method starts from the premise that many of our beliefs and assumptions may be unfounded or illogical, and Socrates promoted the questioning of these beliefs and the search for solid arguments and valid reasoning. The belief in self-criticism and self-reflection presupposed that people must be willing to critically examine their own beliefs and face the possibility that they might be wrong, and self-reflection and the ability to question one's own assumptions are fundamental to the Socratic process. Belief in people's ability to reason and discern. The Socratic method is based on the idea that people have the ability to reason and discern on their own. Socrates believed in the importance of helping people develop their own critical thinking and make informed decisions through questioning and exploration. These underlying assumptions are central to the Socratic method and its focus on questioning and the search for the truth. By embracing these assumptions, the Socratic method creates an environment conducive to critical thinking and intellectual exploration. About the Classical Greek, it is important to note that Classical Greek is an ancient form of the Greek language, and there might be variations in pronunciation and spelling in different sources and historical periods. However, the terms mentioned above are widely accepted and used to refer to the Socratic method in Classical Greek. Thank you.